What up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is TAKARAONEA, or you can call me Teeks. It is whichever one that you would prefer to call me. I'm back with another video, and yes, it is another Instagram tips for fashion designers video. If you guys haven't seen my last video about Instagram for fashion designers, you can check that out right up here. It's a card up here somewhere. Y'all know YouTube is crazy, so I don't know what they be having going on, but the card's up there somewhere for you guys to go check that video out after you watch this video, or you can watch it before and come back. I mean, it's whatever, up to you, but you better watch both of these videos if you want to know some Instagram tips for fashion designers. Okay. So for today's Instagram video for fashion designers, I have 11 Instagram tips that every fashion designer should know. If you are a fashion designer and sometimes you get stumped when it comes to Instagram and just like your brand in general as a fashion designer, and you are just literally clueless that Instagram is very important to have as a fashion designer, then this is definitely the video for you. And that other video too. But this video is definitely for you. But before we get into this video, in order to get these tips, go over to my Instagram and follow me at TAKARAONEA. Go get my pictures, you know, a few double taps, and I'll double tap back. Let's share the love, okay? At TAKARAONEA. That's all I'm gonna do for you. I'm not gonna ask y'all to do nothing else. Just go follow me on Instagram, okay? And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Let's go. Number 1, treat your feed like a portfolio. There are a lot of people on Instagram. I sometimes get editors that follow me on Instagram. I get photographers that follow me on Instagram. I sometimes even get stylists that follow me on Instagram. You never know who is following you on Instagram, so treat your Instagram like a portfolio. I'm even coming to terms that I don't want to just always post selfies. It's more about posting more of your work so that your work gets out there, and you never know who might have the possibility of seeing your work. Maybe somebody from Vogue. You literally just never know who's, you know, looking at your Instagram. So treat it like it's your portfolio. Make it professional, you know? Do your thing out there, okay? Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing out there, okay? Treat it like a portfolio. Treat it like a lady. Treat it like that's something else. Alright, let's move on to the next tip. Number 2, use engaging captions with call to actions. Might be a rapper right there. It sounded kind of like it rhymed. Anyways, use engaging captions like what's a cap? Like a caption you can say something like, check out our new queen dress. Now available in 7 different colors. Black, red, blue, whatever. Name off the colors. Available on our website now, and then you can put your website name underneath. Make sure that you're always featuring your website in your caption. You don't want to always sell to people, but that's a really good caption to feature underneath your photos, especially if it's of your work or something that you're actually selling. Now, another engaging caption that you can put is telling a story in the caption. Maybe a funny story on things that were happening as you were maybe building your collection or creating a piece, or something that you got inspired by, or maybe, you know, just something that's very engaging that's gonna make people want to, you know, talk to you about the story that you just told in the caption. Number 3, this is so freaking important, you guys, and I think this is just for everybody, not just for fashion designers, but specifically for fashion designers, because you want people to find your work. You want people to find your website and things like that and see who you are, so that you can get more work and get more clients and get more customers. Use hashtags. Use fashion designer hashtags. Use anything that's related to fashion designer, fashion design, fashion, stuff that you know that will get more customers. There are actually apps out there, and if I find the apps, I'll link them in the description box below, on really hot captions to use. I mean, not hot captions, but hot hashtags to use. So yeah, make sure you guys are just using those hashtags, and preferably use hashtags that not as many people have used, I guess you could say. So using a caption like fashion is really, really broad. I mean, you could still feature that in there, but there's about probably over 2 million people who have used that caption before. I keep saying caption, I meant to say hashtag. So you always want to find a hashtag that is maybe between 100,000 and 350,000 uses, like that have people that have used it, because it's not too broad, but it's not too small either, if you get what I'm saying. Number 4, be consistent. And this is not only just as far as being consistent as posting consistently, like every day or every other day. This is also when it comes to your niche and what you're doing. You don't want to confuse your customers. So as me, I'm an influencer, so I still post. I post different stuff on my site as an influencer, but it's mainly fashion and beauty. But when I start my brand and I launch a brand and a website, I'm going to have all of my work, or at least my business work, as far as like my brand, that's going to have a separate Instagram. But as far as my Instagram, I am an influencer. I do try to mostly stick to fashion. So anything that has to do with fashion, I'm mostly posting. But for you, if you're a designer, you always want to make sure that you're, again, just being consistent in your niche and not just posting, you know, a Snickers bar because you just want to post a Snickers bar. Like, that has nothing to do with fashion design. Like, why are you posting a Snickers bar? Unless you're posing eating a Snickers bar while you're draping on the mannequin, then I can see why you would be posting that. But don't just post the Snickers bar just to post the freaking Snickers bar. Don't do it. Number 5, use high quality but conversational photos and posts. Again, make your caption very engaging. Make sure your pictures are high quality. You don't want to just be sitting in the dark while, you know, while you're taking a picture and then posting it. I don't like using too many, another thing with me is I don't like using too many filters. Like, some filters, I feel like people overuse the filters and it overexposes the photo and it makes the photo look really like just blurry and grainy. I don't like photos like that. So make sure that you guys are using, you know, high quality photos, bright photos that people can see and people can, you know, engage with. Number 6, mix up the way that you share your work. And again, if you don't know how to do that, I have my what to post on Instagram as a fashion designer video. Again, you guys can go check that out up here, and that'll show you different ways, that'll tell you different ways that you can mix up showing your work. I mentioned that a lot in that video, so you guys can go check out that video to see what I mean. Go live. You guys can go live on Instagram now. That's an option that you get, and I truly recommend people to go live. People love to have that one-on-one connection with you and your brand, and people love to talk to you, you know, right then and there, and not having to just wait or look at a video. They can actually talk to you and engage with you. So while you're doing your work, I've seen one girl, she's one designer, she actually was on live and she was sewing, and people were like, oh my god, this is so cool. I've actually did a live where I was draping before, not on Instagram. I think I did it a while ago on another platform, but I've went live while I was draping. So I want to start doing that actually more on my Instagram. So number 8, and I'm looking down at my notes, you guys, I'm sorry. Number 8, use Instagram story highlights. I just recently put my Instagram story highlights up, and I actually have my, if you guys go on my Instagram, which my Instagram is at TAKARAONEA, by the way. If you haven't went over there and followed me yet, what are you freaking doing? But I have my YouTube highlights, my behind the scene highlights, my beauty highlights, my fitness highlights, my fashion highlights, my One highlights for when I launch my brand. And I have one up there for clients, which I'm going to feature all my clients that wear my designs, my hair, and my travel. So because I'm an influencer, mine's a little bit more mixy, but you as a designer, just because if you guys are just, you know, designers, you guys can feature, you know, you guys can show, like, just have different stories up there for what you want to feature. I also want to get a I also want to make a story that says Q&A for any, like, questions people have asked me, and I can just keep that up there, and people who are watching my Instagram or looking at my brand, they can, you know, have like that help too, because again, I like helping people. That's something about me, if you didn't know. Like, I love to help people, so especially like other designers and young designers, people who are young and like want to start off. Like, that is something that I'm so big on. Like, I feel like this industry needs more young people and especially more African American people, and just more people that are exposed to the industry that don't really have, like, you know, don't really have much and are really starting from nothing. Those are the people that I really want to help. Alright, number 9, fill out the bio. Tell everybody what you do. So if you guys notice at the top of Instagram where my name says TAKARAONEA, I'm gonna eventually, I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna put designer up there where it's black and bold. But for now, I put designer, stylist, light work. You can put designer up there. When you put it in that bold place where it's all black, when you go to edit and it says name, you can actually put designer. So when people search designers or fashion designers, you will pop up in search, because a lot of people, sometimes I go through and I want to find other designers. When I go and I type in design in search, people start popping up because they have that in their actual name on there. So just pay attention to that. But yeah, tell people what you do. Include your website link. Please include your website link. Like, do not leave out your website link. That is the most important thing that I feel like you can put in your bio, is your website link. You can also put like your other social media platforms or whatever up there. Whatever you feel like is important. Your email. Just, you know, things like that. I put my tagline up there as well. Number 10, use video. This is so important on Instagram. Things that you can do on Instagram. Use video. Please use video. I notice when I use video, I get more engagement. And using IGTV is also a good thing. You can use video to share your sewing space. Again, to like show you sewing, your draping videos, etc. I have a whole list of things on what to post on Instagram. Again, you guys can check out that video. I'll have the link in the bio. The card is in here, so you guys can check that out. But that video tells you a lot on what to post. This is just a little few tips that I feel like you should use as a designer. But that video tells you specifically what I feel like you should post as a designer. And last but not least, number 11, use IGTV. And I feel like specifically you can use IGTV to share your brand story and share your struggles and show what the brand is doing, like vlog style. Like, that's what I'm gonna use my IGTV for, and probably like my styling videos, like styling like outfits and like how I style my brand and stuff like that. But you definitely want to take advantage of IGTV. It's very important. They have a separate app for it, or you can use it right from your Instagram app. But yeah, use it. It's very, very, I feel like it's a genius idea. And I just feel like it's popping. It's gonna be popping. So that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Click over here. Check out my last 2 videos. You might as well go ahead and binge watch me, because I know you ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got no job. It's Friday. Or maybe it ain't Friday, but you ain't got nothing else to do. So you might as well go ahead and binge watch my videos right here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you know, check out your girl. But until next time, I will see you at the top. Peace.